Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about the play The Tempest by William Shakespeare. At first, we will look at the key facts of the play, then characters, and at last detailed summary of the play. So friends, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe to it and hit the bell icon so that you can get every notifications of my upcoming videos. Now let's start the video. The Tempest is a complex and magical play that explores themes of power, betrayal, and redemption. Here are some key facts about the play. First, The Tempest is classified as a tragicomedy, blending elements of both tragedy and comedy. Second, it is believed that Shakespeare wrote The Tempest between 1610 and 1611, and it is considered to be one of the last plays that he wrote alone. If we talk about the setting of this play, then the play is set on a remote island which is inhabited by the sorcerer Prospero and his daughter Miranda and various other characters who are shipwrecked there. Fourth, the play explores several themes including power and authority, magic, betrayal, revenge, family, forgiveness, colonization, and the nature of art and creativity. Fifth, this play contains many famous speeches such as Prospero's "We are such stuff as dreams are made on" and Ariel's "Full fathom, 5 thy father lies." Sixth, The Tempest has had a significant impact on literature, theatre, and other art forms. It has been adopted numerous times for the stage, film, and other mediums, and its themes and characters have inspired many other works. One such work is Brave New World. Yes, Aldous Huxley borrowed the title of Brave New World from the play The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Now let's look at the important characters of the play. So first important character is Prospero, the rightful Duke of Milan. Prospero is the protagonist of the play and he is a powerful magician and he uses his magic to control the events on the island. He was exiled to the island by his brother Antonio and he seeks revenge. Second is Miranda. Miranda is Prospero's daughter. She has grown up on the island and she has never seen another human being besides her father and knows nothing of her father's past. She is young, innocent and compassionate and becomes infatuated with Ferdinand when she encounters him. Third is Ariel. Ariel is a magical spirit who serves Prospero. Ariel is an airy and mischievous spirit. Ariel assists Prospero in his plan for revenge. Fourth character we have is Caliban. He is a deformed creature who is the son of the witch Sycorax. Caliban is the native inhabitant of the island. He is initially enslaved by Prospero but rebels against his authority. He resents his master, seeking revenge and freedom. Caliban is portrayed as a complex character, representing both the savage and the colonized. Next important character we have is Ferdinand, the son of the King of Naples. Ferdinand is separated from his father and friends during the storm. He encounters Miranda on the island and falls in love with her. Next important character is Alonso, the King of Naples. Alonso is one of the characters targeted by Prospero's plan for revenge. Next we have is Antonio, Prospero's brother and the usurper of his dukedom. Antonio is a cunning and manipulative character. Next we have is Sebastian, brother of Alonso. He is also shipwrecked on the island and is easily influenced by Antonio. Sebastian serves as a foil to Antonio's scheming nature. Next we have is Gonzalo, a kind-hearted, honest and good-hearted counselor to Alonso. Gonzalo helps Prospero and Miranda in their exile by giving them things of basic needs. And last two important characters are Trinculo and Stefano. They are comic relief characters. Trinculo is a jester and Stefano is a drunken butler. They encounter Caliban on the island and become entangled in a subplot involving his rebellion against Prospero. Now let's discuss the act-wise detailed summary of the play. Act 1. The play opens with a violent storm at sea caused by Prospero, the rightful Duke of Milan, who has been exiled to a remote island along with his daughter Miranda. The storm shipwrecks a group of noblemen including Alonso, the King of Naples, his son Ferdinand, and Antonio, Prospero's brother. Meanwhile, on the island, Prospero explains to Miranda how they came to be there and reveals his plans for revenge against his enemies. Now Miranda and Prospero watch the shipwreck survivors from a distance. Miranda is filled with compassion for their plight. Prospero assures her that no one has been harmed and reveals that he is responsible for their arrival on the island. Ariel, who is Prospero's servant, enters the scene and reports that he has carried out Prospero's order and caused the storm. Prospero instructs him to separate the shipwrecked survivors into different groups. Prospero plans to punish them for their past wrongdoings. Act 2. Act 2 begins with Caliban, the deformed and monstrous servant of Prospero, who is a native of the island. Caliban curses Prospero for enslaving him and treats him with disdain. Caliban meets two drunken servants, Stefano and Trinculo, who have also survived the shipwreck. Caliban believes that Stefano is a god due to the alcohol he has consumed, and he plans to make him the new ruler of the island. Meanwhile, Alonso, the king of Naples, and his courtiers find themselves scattered around the island after being separated during the storm. Alonso believes that his son Ferdinand has drowned in the storm. Elsewhere on the island, Ferdinand, who is actually alive and unharmed, encounters Miranda, Prospero's daughter. They fall in love at first sight and quickly decide to marry. Prospero is observing their interactions, approves of their union, but decides to test Ferdinand's love and loyalty by assigning him hard labor. Meanwhile, Caliban is seen plotting with two drunken sailors, Stefano and Trinculo, to overthrow Prospero and take control of the island. Caliban, declaring his loyalty to Stefano and his desire for revenge against Prospero, they plan to kill Prospero. Act 2 ends with the various characters on the island embarking on their respective journeys. Alonso and his followers, still deceived by the illusions, continue their search for Ferdinand, while Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo move forward with their plan to kill Prospero. Act 3. Act 3 begins with Ferdinand, who believes that his father Alonso has drowned in the shipwreck. He expresses his love for Miranda. Prospero decides to test Ferdinand's sincerity and commitment to Miranda. He assigns Ferdinand the task of carrying logs as a punishment. Elsewhere on the island, Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio and Gonzalo are still searching for Ferdinand. They have become exhausted and are filled with despair. Ariel, the spirit under Prospero's command, creates a banquet to tempt the men with food and drink. Just as they are about to eat, Ariel appears in the form of a harpy and accuses the men of their sins against Prospero, and then the banquet disappears. Back at Prospero's cell, Ferdinand continues to carry logs and expresses his love for Miranda. Miranda, unable to bear seeing Ferdinand suffer, offers to help him with his task. Prospero, seeing their dedication and genuine love, finally reveals himself and approves of their union. He blesses their marriage and accepts Ferdinand as his son-in-law. In the final scene of Act 3, Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo reach Prospero's cell intending to kill him. However, Ariel, using his magical powers, creates a distraction and eventually Ariel leads them into a patch of thorny bushes, where they become entangled and tormented. Act 3 concludes with Prospero's reflection on his powers. He decides to forgive his enemies and plans to restore harmony among the characters. He orders Ariel to bring the men to him, where he will reveal their fate and resolve their conflicts. Act 4. Act 4 opens with Prospero discussing with Ariel his plans for the characters who have been shipwrecked. Prospero intends to use this opportunity to restore himself and his daughter Miranda to their rightful positions. Prospero decides to bring everyone together by using his magical powers. Prospero then calls in Ariel and asks him to summon spirits to perform a mask for Ferdinand and Miranda. Soon, three spirits appear in the shapes of the mythological figures of Juno, queen of the gods, Iris, Juno's messenger and the goddess of the rainbow, and Ceres, goddess of agriculture. This trio performs a mask celebrating the lovers' engagement. Act 5. Ariel enters with Alonso and his companions, who have been charmed and stand in a circle. Prospero speaks to them in their charmed state, praising Gonzalo for his loyalty and chiding the others for their treachery. Ferdinand is brought forward. Alonso, who believes his son Ferdinand is dead, is surprised when Ferdinand appears, alive and well. Prospero releases Alonso and his companions from their spell and speaks with them. Prospero reveals himself to Alonso, telling him that it was all part of a grand plan to teach him a lesson about his past wrongdoings. Alonso expresses remorse and seeks forgiveness. Prospero also deals with the treacherous Antonio, his brother, who usurped his dukedom. He forgives Antonio but demands that Antonio return his kingdom. In another part of the island, Caliban encounters Prospero and expresses regret for his attempted rebellion. Prospero forgives Caliban but warns him to change his ways. Caliban agrees and promises to be obedient. Prospero then reveals his ultimate intention to break his staff, drown his book of magic and renounce his sorcery. He tells the audience that he plans to return to Naples, his rightful place as the Duke of Milan. Prospero then invites Alonso and his company to stay the night. He will tell them the tale of his last 12 years and in the morning they can all set out for Naples, where Miranda and Ferdinand will be married. After the wedding, Prospero will return to Milan, where he plans to contemplate the end of his life. The last charge Prospero gives to Ariel before setting him free is to make sure the trip home should be safe. Finally, Prospero addresses the audience directly. Before leaving the island, Prospero delivers his famous epilogue. He describes the loss of his magical powers and asks them to remember that his only desire was to please them. So friends, this is all about this play The Tempest. If you liked this video, then do subscribe my channel and share this video to your friends. Thank you for watching this video.